Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Training with OC. Hopefully, you guys are doing fantastic. And of course, I need to adjust my camera. Give me one little second. Let me try to see if I can fix this. Of course, let's see, and maybe just give myself just a little bit more to my right. Come on. So there it is. I think that would be it. So there it is. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for coming in here. Thank you so much for staying tuned. And I know I've been not been consistent lately, but I have a good excuse, and it's that I'm officially getting married. And of course, I need to take the end of my working day. I go take a look at a couple of things. I'm back at Cozumel, and you know that I usually leave on mainland, so I had to travel all the way back in here, set up the Starlink. I'm not in my house where I usually stay at because that is very far away, and I need to be quick on taking a look at the church because I'm doing my church wedding. Take a look at the hotel where we're gonna be going partying, and dude, a whole lot of things that I never thought I needed to plan. I kind of usually go YOLO it, right? So, like, for example, yesterday we figured out the tables, and I was like, can't we just put the tables in, let it them all see whatever they want? And well, the answer was clear. No, right? But other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining. You guys are the very best out there. Thank you so much. Also, guys, if you want to come visit me, please let me know. We maybe can do a group, and I'm working on my visa to go visit you guys at the States, and maybe we can see each other at the BTC Conventions 2026. I'm looking forward to it. So let's see if we can make that played out. Nonetheless, I know I've been away for a long time, but let's take a look at the trades that we left open because they are in big profits, especially Bitcoin. Let's get started first with our less profitable trade, and let's take a look at the rest. All right, let's get it. All right, so we are here at H-bar. We were talking about H-bar V-shaped recovery. We were expecting that. Remember, it was half of a position. This was a kick in the balls. We need to admit that, right? Oh shit, man. I mean, this went almost. Look at that, almost hitting target, just about to hit target. But look at that stop loss right after the previous low. It was a tight stop loss. We knew it. We were aiming for that half of an entry. Nonetheless, it will played out. It took us out and then played out. It is what it is, right? So, ooh, man, this is one of those trades that really stinked. But let's take a look at our wins because we have many other wins. Let's go here. I know it's a little messy. Bear with me. Let's go to the 4 hours. Let's zoom in here, of course. And look at that, buddy. Look at that. So we finally are breaking through right here. So we are right now at the breakout of the range. We've been preaching this for a long time, right? We have the breakout confirmation. Look at that, right at our resistance. I'm already 50% out of this trade, and well, this one I'm looking or expecting a little bit of a retracement or a continuation little range, right? So look at that, we're forming that goose head, and boom shakalaka, let's get it. We are printing money. Not only that, let's take a look at the other alerts we had because oh boy, that we've been nailing those trades. Let's get started with Anchor. So ANKR, half of a position, almost no drawback down in here. This was a fabulous trade. Look at that, guys. If you are in Anchor, please take at least 50% of your profits out because we are in topping areas. Move your stop to entry, and if you want, of course, move your entry a little bit higher. I could maybe suggest the 0.0073. Let's get it. So printing money, that's the best part of this job when we are getting this after one after another. We need to go check out, of course, hashtag, you know what's coming, F Ethereum. And just because I have been missing this out for a long time, fuck Ethereum, bro. So let's get it now that we got that out of the way. Both a long and a short, remember? And the very first long took us out. That was the earliest kick in the balls. Nonetheless, look at that beautiful long, guys. There it is at the top. So now it's the area that we were looking. Oh, not quite there yet, dude. I thought because I had a warning. I had a warning signal firing off on bluffing right here on my phone. I thought we went in, but no, it was my warning signal. I have the same price action here. So we're looking at 3,418 to look for our first reversal short, all right? So be careful out there. Right now, look at that. Remember, we took early profits in here, 50% out, then trying or expecting to get another 50% out. I did took that secondary 50% out, so I'm still within a 25% in from my full or initial setup. But oh boy, let's get it. Let's put that under the bus, because F you Ethereum, we finally got you. All right, grab you by the, I don't know where got you, but you know where at, by the liquidity, of course. All right, so let's take a look at a couple of other things. Today is gonna be a fast session. I need to go, by the way, the most nervous part on, right? So you go tell your sins to the priest. Again, you don't need to be religious, but I am, and that part gets me nervous, bro. All right, what I'm going to be telling the priest? Dude, I've been ambitious AF, right? I've been ambitious AF, and not only that, I've been pushing my community to buy and sell stuff, right? Not financial advice. It's not a scene, but, well, we're ripping other people out. I don't know if that counts. I don't know. Brain fart right here. Let's take a look at a couple of other things. We already have gone through ANKR, also CAS. We were talking about CAS, that it was a pretty good coin back in the day, but test, we are still on time. I wouldn't recommend right now going for a long, all right, because we are topping. But let's do one exception, all right? This is if you guys are as irresponsible as I am today, if you guys are degens just like me. Mañana, OC guy equals mañana. Oh, maña. No, maña. Mafia. Sorry, this is still little, and I'm having a hard time. Dude, I'm just, yeah, I'm just suffering because I want to, right? Next time, I'm gonna start using my little glasses like this, right? I'm gonna go like that, bro. Like getting old out of this. All right. In the meantime, that gets in the way. So, OC guy, mafia. I don't know, man. Too many strong words there. Can't confirm or deny anything. Of course, I denied it. Of course, I denied. We do legit trading here. It's a legit ripoff, right? But we just don't call it that way. All right. So we have a trend line in here. We haven't lost. It all makes sense now. We have here a trend line. Pretty fantastic, all right? It's looking a little toppy, so in other scenarios, all right, in most relative scenarios, I would actually call for a shorting here. We're still pretty bullish. We are trending, and this is important, and I think we could still have some momentum up. All right, this is going to be the deal. Guys, remember, this is a very irresponsible trade, so this is not a call. Right, so if you're gonna be taking this, of course, as always, take it under your own risk, and for the love of God, use a stop loss. All right. Having said that, fair warning. Let's go for a long right there where it's big for a responsible trade, but also my stop loss. It's gonna be very, very, very tight, and I'm planning maybe if you don't feel comfortable going with 1/2, do 1/4. 1/3 of whatever you want to, right? I'm gonna go fairly heavily on leverage on this one, and I'm gonna go for something, and I haven't opened it, just so you know, guys, and I don't have my broker open, so as soon as the class is over, I'm gonna be taking this trade, so my entry might be slightly different as yours. All right, Having said that, use a stop loss. I'm going to be fairly heavy in this. I'm going to be doing somewhere between 40 and 50x. I'm going to see how much I can push this. And this is going to be my casino entry. All right. You've been warned. Dangerous trade. All right. We already have a couple of wins. That's why I'm deciding to gamble a little bit of that money. Okay. And putting it in, well, a why not trade, right? And I have the answer right now because we can get our ass kicked. Anyway, let's YOLO this one. All right, let's go for other ones. We also had a request last class on WMTX. There, let's get it. And we are basically right there. All right, so timing was perfect. Coming down, range. This is not something, again, that I really like to see. Usually a flat pause of bearish continuation. Nonetheless, look at how bullish. We are about to break the range, and since we're bullish, seems like we might have the bounce back up. All right, so I'm not gonna be trading this one in here, and also it seems like it's from Kraken. I don't have an account of Kraken anymore, or at least not that I even want to even try to use it. Long story there, but yeah. Let's take a look at another one, TAO, boom shakalaka, by the way. And remember, we took profits on the way down, 50%, another 50%, not much, but right now it's turning back around, right? At this point, we should be looking, remember, for the next short. We're not there yet with this short, guys, all right? For the next short. And the long never went back down in here. So this is, and by the way, here it is. I mean, let me do long story short, right? This is what we're going to be looking for, all right? And that retracement could be just couple of sideways candles like that, all right? Back, holding the 295 zone. That's going to be the area that we're going to be looking for. All right, let's see. Are we just changing satellites? I think so. All right, we'll see. Let's take a look at a couple of other stuff in here. We are on TAO. What else we got in here? H-bar. Oh, dude, H-bar. Yeah, we talked about that one. A pretty bad kick in the you know what. Let's take a look at ADA and also Jasmine, because ADA, remember this one? Let's effing go, man. Look at that. I won't lie to you. I was a little nervous in here because I was also looking at what happened with H-bar, right? And, well, so far, so good. I have already closed this position completely. I'm not playing this one anymore. And this is turning it back around. And that is because too much of a lock. Not luck, but I mean, we already have two big winners, so let's not risk anymore, so we can reallocate that next risk in something that also can be profitable. There's another one here, Jasmine and BNB. Let's go over those. Just so you know, I have not yet traded Jasmine, but I'm looking forward to trade it. I'm thinking of a short, and that's because look at that breakout. I'm looking for a rejection on the zero line, and we have broken this trend line. I'm kind of like ooh, man, I don't know. I have mixed feelings on Jasmine, and that's because we had a lower high, definitely. And technically, we just have a lower low, but this is kind of like an indecisive lower low. Look at the volume. It's basically non-existent. But we are, for some freaking reason, holding up there, right? So I don't know if that's black magic or whatever, right? But I'm just saying, let's try to go for a shorty here. I think that we could be nailing that one up. And since we already have closed out ADA, right? Let's go for the short. Let me bring up first my indicators. I want to double check. We have like something like an order block. Hell yeah. Well, it's 50-50, almost 50-50. Shoot, let's go for it. Let's see if we have anything else before I seal the deal in here. Let's see, order block, of course, loud order block, but it's 50-50. All right, liquidity zone, area of ranging, and smart money zone all the way down there. All right, let's try it. Why not? We're going to be going for the short a little bit above. Our stop loss is going to be slightly above our previous high. and we're gonna be aiming right here for our next entry. All right, so let me add another alert right before my long position, which is gonna be mostly right after the class. Let me just push it up slightly. There it is. So it's ended up being, well, it seems like 0.00902. All right, so we'll try to short this asset, and let's take a look at finally BNB. All right, remember, moving our stop to entry, going up, back down. This is freaking awesome. And out. I need to be completely honest in here with you guys. I took my money here. All right, it was a fat finger close. It is what it is. But, well, if you haven't, look at that check mark. It's time for you to go, at least a little bit. And look at our previous target. Remember, we were aiming at 992. All right, so I'm not pushing you into the FOMO part. If you keep this trade, take a little bit money off of the table, move your stop to entry. It's time for you to guys start gathering that money and start rotating to USDT. All right, so guys, I don't know what's going on in the market at this point. I'm 60% bullish on Bitcoin, especially now that we have broken, turning a little bit more into the 65-70% bullish on Bitcoin, but we still need to break the 100K and hold above that area for our next bigger height to be taken. Hopefully we get it. That'll be a fantastic last run up. I believe so. And well, then that's gonna be basically it. Let's finish this up with TRX and render. All right, I just want to touch base on those, and that is because TRX, we've been talking about a possible short on TRX, right? I mentioned that, I believe, I don't remember, last week or something like that, right? But the thing is just not breaking. I mean, it's not even slowing down. Look at that. We are at the top of the range. I don't think that this is an area to underestimate or estimate it. But also, I don't buy tops. All right, I just don't buy tops. I would love to see it breakout, retest, continuation, because I will be able to jump in here and look at that freaking target, man. That will be a fantastic target. I want to go first for another alert, and I want to give you guys, if you are new here, what am I placing this alert in here? Because I first want to have this alert, so it alerts me that I should be coming back into my charts to read out and place my secondary alert, which is going to be my entry alert. All right, so my real entry is going to be on the way down or on the range, as I have a secondary flip of the ribbon, something like this. All right, or something along these lines. So just saying, this is looking fantastic. This is looking fabulous. Let's see and finish it up with I was saying what was it, TRX and render. You know what, let's go for XRP. Remember, XRP have a position. Another one, man, come on. Just so you know, I don't know why, well, I do know why. My broker was a little bit higher in here, and let me show you. This is Binance. And guys, be very careful, because I slightly changed my stop loss position on Bybit. No, sorry, Bluffing. All right, so the price action was just that little difference, right, that I'm not able to get hold this position as is. So too bad. Hopefully you guys did catch on this trend or this trade. We're barely in profits, looking for a top at 2.25, 24 ish, right? And why not, let's add an alert somewhere around that area and wait for a possible dead cat bounce. We'll see how that plays, right? And I see it's 720. Let's do one more. Why not? Let's do it. Let's take a look at where is render. Here is render. Okay, render, we're looking for that short. Remember, taking profits early and then stop us out. It is what it is. This was not a profitable trade. Well, I mean, we did like what, $100, $50, something like that along those lines, right? Just a quick little trade. Nonetheless, we already have broke out the trend line. We don't have a lower low, neither a lower high. So we're expecting to see what our oscillator is doing. So far, it's crossing over, most likely making a V-shaped recovery at the ranging point. So am I going to be shorting this? Of course not. That is because I don't have the push up in here, and also because I believe that we might be start seeing right now at least a small altcoin season. And render, it's an altcoin. It's well, render based on AI. So, well, rendering power, of course. So I really don't want to go against render right now. All right, if we start losing the oscillator, I mean the dynamic reactor, and we keep the oscillator down, of course I'm going to be shorting this to wherever it takes me. But so far, I need to be cautious at this point. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me for today. Tomorrow, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of other entries. Keep an eye, all right, on coins that are looking like, not TRX, come on, where is it? Like XRP, remember, coming back down, breaking the trend line and making a little range like we have seen. There we go. Look at that, coming back down, breaking the trend line, making a little bit of a ranging here and then popping up. All right, let's take a look at other one. For example, here, Jasmine. At this point, remember, we're talking about a short, so it's the only one difference because it have not yet, well, it broke this itty bitty trend line, but we are currently below the zero line, right? But something again like ADA, breaking the trend line, making the little range, and then popping up. I think those ones are going to be next. I haven't looked at new coins, just so you know, so you're not missing anything that we haven't or that I haven't take. So right now, I'm harvesting the trades that we have open. I need to reallocate, reprogram, and then start sending a little bit of my Bitcoin based on the DCA plan, right, into my hardware wallet. Bitcoin that I'm not going to be moving anytime soon, and if I do, well, I just eat the fee, right? So guys, if you're part of the YouTube membership, remember you have access to the Piper Academy, and for the love of God, take a look at the DCA plan. That is a fantastic plan. I'm not pushing it to you if you don't like it, but at least give it a look, right? Take a look to it. It's one of my best recommendations. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining. And as always, see you guys tomorrow. Guys, you are awesome. Thank you for staying around. Love you guys.